How's it going, YouTube? Ender here, bringing you a deck profile of the Mythic Tree Dragon Rulers. And today I have the extra deck, side deck, and main deck here. So we'll just jump straight in. We'll start out with the main deck. To start off, we run 2 copies of the Mythic Water and 2 copies of the Mythic Tree. I'm sure everyone knows about these guys by now, but give a brief little explanation. You summon him out and control Earth type monster. You can special summon Mythic Water and then use his effect to target him. His level becomes the same as his, and then you can overlay for 8. You can also use him very well in conjunction with Tidal. So open up some Draco Sacks easier, some Big Eye. Just these 2 cards are just amazing in this deck. That's the Mythic part. And now for the dragons themselves, run 3 copies of each of the colors. 3 Blaster, 3 Tidal, 3 Tempest, 3 Redox. No real explanation needed there. And for the tuners, we run 2 Debris, and Dragoon Corseska, and Flamevale Guard. Flamevale Guard is a target for Debris Dragon, so it's open up some plays. You can go Star Eater, and then it's also a target. Mythic Tree Dragon is also a target for Debris, so you got the Ophion pushes, so you can summon Debris, target Mythic Tree, and then overlay for Maystroke, which I'll get to in a minute because he is in the extra deck. Alright, so that's it for the tuners. Now we also run 1 Komodo Dragon. A lot of people might prefer Trigon because he's a target with Blaster, but I feel like this card's effect kind of helps the deck out a little bit. You know, you first turn draw, you get a Ravine, you have a Redox in hand, you have this in hand. You can pitch this guy with Ravine, summon Redox in defense, and search out, and they can't Crimson Blade you if you go into the mirror. It's 3,000 defense, that's hard to get over here. He'll return you your hand, and it's only 1 card, and you got a Redox on the field first turn. Where any of the tiles, any of the big dragons will work. And now we'll move on to the hand traps. We run 2 Max C. I had 3 in here at one time, but I felt like it was just a little cloggy. I'd play one and I'd end up drawing another one, or I'd draw 2 pretty early, and my opponent just 2 just felt better to me. I guess it's player's choice. And the 1 Swift Scarecrow for the OTK pushes. This has helped me out so much. Like, 1 card out of 40 really wouldn't think it mattered, but when I needed it, it seemed like I always had it in my hand. So it really helped out some wins. Now, that's it for the monster lineup. I believe there's 24 of them. We'll move on to the spells. For the spells, of course, I run the basic spells for the dragons, which is 3 Sacred and 2 Consonants for the draw power. Some people prefer 1 Consonants, and I'll admit, a lot of times I find myself siding out 1 if I need to for, say, I don't run any MSTs in the main deck, so I'll side 1 out for an MST and a couple other cards. But a lot of times, just that draw power, because I'll dead hand a lot, and this just helps out so much. And then, of course, we run the 3 copies of Ravine, and you just have to have Ravine. Ravine is Ravine. Enough said there. But to get to your Ravine faster, for the 1-offs, we run Terraforming. And some people think, why run Terraforming? Put something else in better. But this is never a dead card in your hand. If you draw it and a Ravine, you can always pitch it for Ravine. Ravine's effect. Or you could, say you have a couple of the big dragons in your hand, activate Terraforming, get you another Ravine in hand, play your first one, use this effect, and hold the second one in case your opponent summons a field spell card. Or if you want to go big, so you got like OTK push, you can activate your other Ravine and just keep sending them to the grave and filling that graveyard up as quick as you can. And then we also run the 1 Book of Moon. I don't run Dark of Hole. I don't run Dark Hole. A lot of times I just never had a need for it. So took it out, player's choice again. And for the traps, we run 2 Trapstone. Sorry for the bad lighting in here. Just testing this out. Well, we'll get that fixed soon though. So we run the 2 Trapstone, the 2 Wing Blasts, 1 Compulse, and 1 Return. I had 6 cents in here for the Compulse, but I took it out because the ban list is coming up, and it's probably going to get banned, to be honest. But 9 times out of 10, I never got the calls off on it, and when I did, was a decent hand and it helped me win. That's true. But when I didn't and I milled, it felt like I milled just most of my magic and traps. Honestly, I never got good mills off of it, and it has cost me the game sometime. Well, that's it for the main deck. So we'll jump straight into the extra deck, and we run the one Orient Dragon. So yeah, you have debris in hand. You already played your max C. Your opponent has like a Crimson Blader on you or a Colossal Fighter or something. Summon debris, target max C, bring it out, sync for Orient Dragon right here. Orient Dragon comes out, he banishes one synchro your opponent controls. Any synchro. So they got something you can't really get past. Just bring him out. And then the Ancient Fairy, just so good in this deck. I love Ancient Fairy. I'd run a second one if I had room. I just so much in here that I want to run that couldn't cut. Then we run the one Black Rose Dragon. This has won me a few. Opponent starts just blowing up the field. So much back row, so many monsters you can't get past it. Again, Debris Dragon, target Kinmodo, bring that out and blow the field up. Then you can always bring out some of your bigger dragons from your grave. The one Colossal. This guy is ridiculously good against the mirror. They have a Felgrand out, a Blaster. You push into it, kill, bring it back, push, kill, bring it back. Just so good. He's won me games. Then one Stardust, one Crimson, one Scrap Dragon. That's it for the rank 8. That's it for the level 8s. And then we run the one Star Eater. The Star Eater is just Star Eater. Amazing card. That's it for the Synchros. And we'll move on to the Exi deck. We run one Queen Dragon Djinn and one Mace Stroke. Mace Stroke's good. Your opponent's got you in the Ophion lock. Bring debris, target Mythic Tree. Use Mace Stroke's effect, flip him face down. And he can push through it, but if they got the back row lined up, you can summon you some dragons out, get that started, and then push through. Because you don't want to push through and they have something in their Ophion gets flipped back face up because they got you in the lock again, and they'll more likely try to kill this next turn. So save that. That's it. I run 2 rank 4s, and then I run 2 rank 7s. Big Eye and Draco Sack. I'd probably run a second Draco if I had it, but he is expensive, and yeah, I can't afford that. And the one Heretic Sun Dragon Overlord of Heliopolis. He's just amazing. Opponent's got something you can't push through. They say they got a Star Eater out or something. You just can't get through it. You bring him out, use his effect, and just tribute a monster from your hand, kill it, and then push for 3,000. He's just so good. And then of course we run the double Felgrand because Mythic Tree. Felgrand's just Felgrand. Amazing effect on him. If you guys could know his effect, but pull it up here. Once per turn, during another player's turn, you can detach one X material from this card, then target one face-up monster on the field. This turn, its effects are negated, but it's unaffected by other card effects. And that's just amazing in going up against almost any deck. A lot of decks now just rely on quick effects and things. He's just good. And now for the side deck. This is a side deck that I'm testing here at my locals, and it's doing pretty well. I'll probably do some editing if I ever want to take it to regionals or a YCS or anything. But here it does good. So we start off with 2 Veilers. Veiler is just amazing. You got Veiler in hand. You're playing against the mirror. They summon Draco Sack. You Veiler Draco Sack's effect. So he's sitting dead for this turn because he can't get his tokens out. You push through Draco Sack next turn. He's just good. And up against Evil Swarm, I played 2 Fencing Fire Ferrets. Fencing Fire Ferret is Fencing Fire Ferret. He's just good. You set it face down, they tag into it with Ophion, goes to the grave, kill their Ophion, and then you special summon. You inflict 500 damage to your opponent. And then we run 2 Kaiko. Here at my locals, we have a lot of dragon players. I go up against the mirror a lot, so I'll side him in, summon it. They can't banish from their graveyard. Probably want to do it 1 or 2 turns when they start getting low on hand and the graveyard's full. You summon him out. They can't banish to get any of their big plays going. Then we run 2 Prohibition. Prohibition, it's a great card, and I might consider taking it out if I go to regionals. But right now, just bringing out Prohibition Lead Yoke or Prohibition Abyss Sphere or anything like that, it helps. And then for back row destruction, we run 3 Mystical Space Typhoon. A lot of people are siding Imperial Iron Walls. Almost every side deck has Imperial Iron Walls, so you need this to get past it. You can always blaster it, but you get one of these, just kill it, and then go for OTK. And then we run 2 copies of Skill Drain. So helpful in this deck. Does not hurt it as much as some people might believe. You activate this, and you summon Blaster. Blaster will not return, so now you got pretty much a 2800 beater on the field, and that's hard to get past nowadays. And then 2 Shadow Imprisoning Mirrors, because Ophion is a pain in the butt. If you're not drawing the right cards, before Ophion set, you activate this. They can't activate its effects, and it's helpful. Like I said though, testing it for my locals, but regionals, you might do some editing to it, add in a few other things. Well, guys, that's it for the deck. It's the side, extra, and main deck here. I hope you enjoyed the video, and again, I apologize for bad lighting. This is just a new thing for me. Ender here, just rate, like, subscribe, leave me comments, any suggestions you might have for me, any deck profiles you'd like me to do, and I'll try my best to answer. Have a good day.